All right, Hot 97, Belly, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, listen, you made some time for us.
No, I had to. I found out it was you doing it. I said, no, I had to come in. Especially. All right, laugh about it. Let's pretend like it's a joke.
Listen, because I feel like you're kidding right now. You don't care. You don't ever come say hi to us. Literally, they were like, Belly can only talk at this time, and that's it. I was like, all right.
Nah, it's not. It's just because of like sound check and like different things I have in the daytime.
Well, and you're very successful. You're doing your thing. You're out here. You're working. You've been nonstop, by the way. You know what I mean?
Thank you, yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about, like, who else do you want to work with? Because, you know, obviously you've been working with The Weeknd and whatnot. And we all, for a lot of people who are just discovering you, I knew about you because you worked with Corrupt. So, you know,
crazy.
It's a little different.
That's crazy.
But
That's what's up.
for the newbies, we'll address the newbies a little bit.
I'm impressed. I can't lie.
Listen, Corrupt is the big homie, of course.
Yeah,
you know what
man,
I'm saying?
He is, yeah, definitely.
And he, bless him, he is like, having conversation with Corrupt, you can learn so much about life.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I learned so much about rapping from him.
Oh my God,
He was one of my biggest inspirations growing up.
That is so awesome to me.
Yeah.
So who do you want to work with?
Man, I mean, it depends, you know, like, there's different things I want to do. I got a chance to work with Timbaland and Pharrell recently.
Awesome, man.
Which was like a dream come true. They were two of my favorite producers growing up, and still till now. I'd love to work with Missy. I think she's one of the geniuses.
Oh my God.
She's like a genius of our time.
Yes.
I'd love to work with Hove, obviously, but that's
course.
like a step closer now, you know. And yeah, I think that's like Eminem. Eminem's like that's bucket list for me, for real. Like
for all of us, right?
That's really, yeah. I really studied Eminem growing up, man. I think he's like, he's probably one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. M is something else. M is special, right? Every time anyone says his name, we're like, oh my gosh, it's Eminem.
Yeah, and just like the whole mystery surrounding him, the way he don't like just be out like that.
Isn't it beautiful?
I love that, man. I think that's like, you know, that's the epitome of like what you want at that stage.
Oh
in your
yeah.
life, you know? Yeah.
To be successful, to have all that, and yet to still be private.
Yeah, and maintain your mystery.
I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely one of my biggest inspirations.
Ever.
100%. Yeah.
That is so cool to me. I would have never thought it was Eminem. You know what I mean? So now, as far as everything that's going on for you, what excites you about the industry? Because you come off like the mysterious guy where you don't want people all in your business. What is it about, you know, the industry that right now you are enjoying for now?
Honestly, I just enjoy the fact that I get to make like music with no limits now. It's like before it was like trying to get together, get you know, money together for studio time or whatever it is. You know,
right.
all the extraness, all the industry, you know, glitz and glamour. None of that stuff really impresses me. Like, I love to be in the studio.
You don't come off like a Hollywood guy.
Yeah, people got to drag me out the studio to get places. Like, I really...
Like, it took a lot to come see me today, I know.
No, but we're in the studio now, and I'm with you, so we're good. I told you.
Okay.
When as soon as I seen the name, I said, no, we're doing this.
Yay!
We're doing this.
That makes me so happy.
Nah, for real.
So that's the upside. Now, what are some of the things that you're just not a fan of as far as the industry goes?
I mean, I think everyone's in your business too much. You know, I think there's a lot of, I don't know how to really put it. It's just not genuine to me, a lot of what's going on. And a lot of what people like front to be or flex.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
It's just crazy, man. I just try to be as realistic as possible. You
know,
if I take a picture and I'm like pretending to read a book, I'll tell you I'm pretending to read a book.
Yeah.
For the picture. Like, I'm not going to be like studying hard.
Yeah.
You know, about to go back to school and get my PhD. Like, I'm not gonna make up all these crazy stories people be making. I'm just give it to you how it is.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the one thing that bothers me the most, just the fake shit. You know.
So how did you and The Weeknd actually link up? Because, like I said, I knew you because of Corrupt. So how did The Weeknd and all this whole situation occur?
Just as homies, really. Like I was living in Toronto at the time. Excuse me, he was coming up in Toronto, and we just met like through a mutual friend, and we kicked it, and we just like partied, and you know, I was like, this dude is like really genuine, and even though like the whole world was like at that time going crazy over, you know, House of Balloons and all this, he was still just like a humble, you know, regular dude that was just genuine, you know.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, you know, it was for me, it was easy. It was like chemistry as friends first, you know, and then eventually, probably like 3 years down the line, we worked together for the first time. But before that, it was just, you know, a friendship. That's it.
That is so beautiful. I think that's like when music is at its best, when you see genuine relationships versus studio-made songs, right? Like, all right, just send me this, your manager, my manager, and 80 other layers happen to get to this.
Yeah.
I really feel that vibe with you. And even when the things that you say and you talk about, I feel like there's a different level of depth with you. You know, you've been vocal, being that you are Muslim from Palestine.
Yeah.
And I think, was it that you tweeted that you talk Arabic more in public now more than ever?
Yeah, for real. For real. That's real. That's facts.
Yo, do people get funny style? Do they look at you weird or anything like that?
I mean, it hasn't happened yet, you know.
Yeah.
But, yo, I walk through the airport on my phone talking Arabic. Because I want to see somebody look at me funny. Because you know what? Like, it's 2017, man.
Yeah.
Grow up, you know?
Yeah.
We all speak different languages. Like, grow up, man.
Yeah.
You know, for real.
When you put that out, I was laughing so hard. But it's just like crazy that we have to even address this, right? In 2017, like you're saying.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
2017.
The climate change, definitely. The climate changed. And I think under Obama, it changed for the better. And it's changing back for the worse now.
Yeah.
You know, and I experienced that even just coming back from Toronto. Just like one day, I was spent in Toronto shooting a video a couple of days ago. And then flying back to New York, I was pulled to secondary inspection for the first time.
No.
In 10 years, traveling to the United States of America.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. You know?
Did you laugh?
I mean, honestly, I was heated at first. I was so mad. And then, you know, I guess it was like more of a feeling of like humiliation because, you know, on both sides of the border, I've done nothing but, you know, try to bring something to like music culture, to you know, my community and other communities. And I always try to, you know, do the best I can as a man every day, aside from being an artist. And it was just humiliating to be back there getting searched, you know, just for the simple fact that my name came from a certain place or represented a certain faith, you know.
God. Look, you're better than me. I don't know what I would have done. I would have been hot. I would have been like, yo, you racist. Y'all are all racist. I would have just started spazzing and it would have been all over the news and it just, you know, but you handled it obviously the right way because you're here.
I thought about it, you know, but realistically, I just wanted to make sure that I'll be back here.
Yeah.
You know? I've always looked at it like a privilege. I've never looked at it like, oh, it's my right to be. I know I'm Canadian, you know, but I got a work visa. I'm supposed to be here, you know.
And you followed the proper protocol, like 100%. You have a work visa. And
absolutely, yeah.
Does it make you sad to see everything that's happening right now in America where, you know, I'm sure in Canada, America's been known as the land where you can, you know, thrive and make your dreams come true. You can be creative at the expense of other people, of course. But do you look at America differently now as far as us? Like, do you feel bad? Do you feel sad?
No, I mean, I feel a certain sense of sadness over like the administration.
Yes.
But to me, like, I never judge people by their governments, you know?
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Like, I think the people here are amazing. Everybody that I've dealt with here.
Yeah.
Even the guy at Customs was amazing. Like, once he really dealt with me and talked to me, he was almost in a state of like, what are you doing back here, you know?
Yeah.
I think the people here are amazing, and I don't think a lot of them even share the sentiment of the administration, you know? Yeah. So, you know, I live here. End of the day, like, I live in LA. Like, I chose to live in the States for a reason, you know? I think the vibe here is amazing. I think it still is a land of opportunity. Yeah. It still is the place where you can go from 0 to 100. I experienced it. Right. I'm a living testament to that, you know? Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's a beautiful place. I think it's just unfortunate that the administration that has taken over and is doing what it's doing right now.
Let me ask you something. Do you feel, though, it's actually, I know it's going to sound odd, but now I feel like because you're so much deeper than the artist that people might know you as, because you have actually, like, content within you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you actually have a real opinion. You're not this, oh, I'm going to always be politically correct all the time and be this robot. I mean, I would think this is going to show people's true characters at this point, right? Like, I feel like you can actually be the voice and speak up for other Palestinians, other amazing Muslims in the world.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like this actually will give you a chance to be able to be that light for a lot of people who may not know and who are kind of scared or unaware of what a Palestinian is, you know what I mean, because of the media? Maybe this is a bright spot for you.
Yeah, I mean, I like to look at the silver lining in everything,
Right.
you know? I think, first of all, people are coming together like never before,
Yeah.
you know? And people are appreciating other cultures like never before.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm definitely somebody that's proud of where I'm from. I'm proud of where I'm from because I know how relatable it is to everybody else. They just got to know that, trust me, like, most of the things are the same. We got little, details around the edges that are different. But
Yeah.
for the most part, I've been everywhere around the world. We're all the same. We all want the same things. We all have the same
We all
dreams.
want happiness, love,
Yeah.
peace.
For real. That's, everybody wants the same things. It's like, I think, I'm honored to be the one, to show people that there's a whole nother side that they don't know about.
That's so beautiful. How does your family now? Do you still have family in Palestine?
Yeah, of course.
Do they know like what you do? Like, does it connect, or are they kind of like, yeah, whatever?
Nah, 100%.
Do they
Of course.
really?
Yeah, my family's super proud of me. They are. Big
That
time.
is so awesome.
Yeah, my whole family. It's crazy. They're really supportive. I got family all over the Middle East. Being Palestinian.
Yeah.
I got family in Egypt,
Yeah.
in Jordan, Lebanon, and Palestine.
Yeah.
All over, man.
And they're just like, yo, this. So they know what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. They
So-
hit my mom up as soon as they hear me on the radio. They're like, "Oh, look, he's playing. This ballerina song is on." They got no idea what I'm talking about.
It's so awesome. So how did your parents take it as far as you wanting to do this profession? I mean, is it like every other person, who's like, hey, Mom, I don't want to go to school and I want to become an artist? Like, was it the same reaction for them?
I think my parents always knew I was a little different.
Yeah.
They always knew like school might not be my route.
Right.
So they were kind of supportive.
Yeah.
Like even school, I would get bad grades, but not because I didn't understand the work, it's because I couldn't show the work. I always got the answers right, but they thought I was cheating because I just did everything in here,
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the one thing they had a problem with was me leaving the house so early. I left my house when I was 15.
Wow.
And I never went back, So that turned from a story of like my mom being like disgraced, her son left, to now she's like proud, She tells a story like, he left when he was 15 and never looked back,
Wow.
It's like a story that makes her proud, It's dope, yeah.
God, you're doing so much. And it's so important to hear this because it's giving hope. Me being Egyptian, it gives so many people around the world hope from different walks of life, to be able to be successful what you do, to thrive in a place that, we've always looked at as like, oh, wow, if I can make it here, I can make it anywhere. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine how happy everybody is for you.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible, man. And just the chance to like just give my whole family like everything that we've all dreamed of our whole life.
Isn't that crazy?
It's incredible. And my family don't ask for much.
Yeah.
They want the basics, and they just want to be
Happy.
around and happy. And
Yeah.
we still share the same kind of moments we used to share, which is the most important.
Oh
part
my
about the whole
gosh,
thing,
this is so awesome.
Yeah.
You are so not an industry guy.
Nah.
I can't even. This is so
I tell people, man, like.
Oh no, I know.
The only reason that I did the behind the scenes thing for so long, and I was just songwriting, and
Yeah.
it was amazing, and God bless, I did some amazing things, and I think being thrown back in the mix of the industry and being in front of everything again, it just happened, It was just a matter of I had fans that stuck around for 5 years that never heard a song released from me for 5 years.
Yes.
And would still be on me like every day, like, come on, bro, like don't quit, don't retire, and all this. And I was like, why do y'all care so much? Like because
Yeah.
because to me it was, I feel like I can't spit in the face of having a God-given talent. Like I'd rather try to give my fans what they want, and and go as hard as I can with a blessing. Really, that's what it is. It's a blessing that I'm able to do this. So
yeah, man.
yeah, so I try to do it every day.
Who do you want to work with that you actually care about?
Man,
I mean, of course, Eminem, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay,
Yeah.
like, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you're not, and I could be wrong, I just don't feel like you're the kind of artist that really cares for big names or anything like that. I mean, Eminem's different because he's Eminem. He just so happens to have a big name. Like,
Right,
even if he
right.
wasn't Eminem, you'd still want to work with M. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
is there anyone out there that you're just like, look, people might not be checking for them, but I don't care. I like them, and I
think
want
Abra. I think Abra is really dope.
Okay.
Abra's incredible. I think who else, man? I mean, it's a couple young artists, man. I just really, if I go on my Twitter right now, I follow the most random. Like, if I hear
Yeah.
a song from an artist I love, I just follow them immediately. I'm like, I want to just watch because I just know where you're headed to.
Yeah.
I think Abra is one of those people. She's got such a dope sound and such a dope. I hope I'm saying her name right. but,
Yeah.
she's got
What do you-
such a dope sound. Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about you?
That I'm unapproachable. I think that's-
Really?
Yeah. I think a lot of people, like, when they finally do meet me, they're like, man, I've seen you like 2-3 times and you just look mean. I didn't want to come up to you. And I'm like,
Mean?
me? Like, for real?
You're so nice.
I know, I don't know, man.
You know what it is? You're not the industry super over the top fake, right? So because we've been so accustomed to over the top people, like, here's this, here's drinks, here's they think that you might not be approachable because you're just chilling.
Yeah, but that's the misconception. I'm completely approachable, I think, like, conversations to me are the dopest thing. Like, if I have a good conversation with someone, that sticks with me longer than anything,
Yeah.
So I'm approachable, people. If you want to say hi,
What? So approachable to the sense of, like, for example, love life. Are you in a relationship right now?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what happened? No?
Failure.
No.
Failure happened. And then in Zambia happened. So that was.
And that's what we hear.
Yeah, So it was,
So the breakup, now it's like everyone's ears are perking up. So wait, that breakup, does that person still contact you because of in Zambia?
I think I keep good relationships with anybody I've ever had relationships with in my life.
That's nice.
Yeah, I keep at least a friendship with,
That's really nice.
Yeah, to me, you can't eat out of a plate with somebody for years and then all of a sudden it's, this person's terrible and it's that, then, then you're just a terrible judge of character for living with somebody for years and eating out the same plate with them.
Wow.
To me, it's like, you saw the good in that person for all that time, and you got to still see some kind of good in that person. Yeah.
Do you want to get in a relationship?
I'm all about the universe. Whatever the universe brings to me is what I'm gonna take.
So it's not closed off.
No, absolutely not.
So you're checking your DMs just so that we can give people what they are. If you're checking your DMs, just
I'm checking, I'm sliding, all kinds.
That's good though. I mean, you're happy and you're doing music and you're smiling, and I guess, what else could you really ask for other than continued success?
Yeah.
It's so funny. We played your record here, and it was funny. Sometimes I work in LA when I work for MTV, and San Francisco, whatnot. And I remember hearing your song, and I just was imagining how happy you must be and your family must be. That
That's
yes,
incredible.
behind
Thank
the
you, man.
scenes for a long time,
that's a
but
great thought to have.
isn't that
I
nice?
appreciate you, for real.
It's like, I'm happy for him. Like, it's and maybe culturally I can understand it a little bit more. Like, he's happy right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely, man.
That's why we almost fought your record label because they were like, whatever time. I was like, bro, you don't understand. I don't have anyone who could do this for me now because, like, our best friend isn't here, literally. So I was like, I'm going to make it work because usually I like to have this all set up and I'll do, like, a nice full-on sit down with you, but I know your time is limited. But I'm just so happy that you were, able to be here. The things that you've done, the certain moves you've done, I respect. I remember when you and The Weeknd decided not to show up to Jimmy Kimmel
Yeah.
because Trump was there. Did you get a lot of backlash for that?
Yeah, I mean, at first it was all support. You know, you get all the media supporting the decision, and then you know you get the Trump trolls come out after that.
Oh yeah, they're.
And it's, you know, go back to your country if you don't like this place, and you know all this kind of stuff.
I wonder if they realize how racist they are. Like, I think in their minds they really don't think they're racist. Like, they're like, no.
Racists never do though. They never,
Like-
a racist never thinks. It's like somebody that talks a lot of.
Yes.
You know, I don't know if I can say the word,
Yeah.
but you know, somebody talks a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like I always say, you know, their breath always stink. And
Yes.
they don't know that their breath stinks. That's why they talk so much. You know, same difference. Like racists don't know that they're racist, man. That's why they spew all that hate. They don't know that they're being that hateful.
I love this right now. When you guys decided that, were you guys nervous? Were you in like the Weeknd like, all right, man, let's just like, you know, we in it together. How was this conversation?
Nah, honestly, I took the decision, and then I made sure that he supported it, and you know, and then that was that. I mean, end of the day, he gonna support me in any decision I make, and vice versa. You know, that's really my brother. That's family. You know, so it was an easy call, for real.
That's so awesome.
And it's
man.
like if there was other musical guests of the night, and there was other like guests,
Yeah.
maybe like we would have considered it. Maybe made a political statement that night.
Yeah.
You know, something.
Right. But that
But-
was the statement.
The issue is like the Jimmy Kimmel thing came out.
Yeah.
And it was split in half, and it was like picture of Donald Trump, special guest Donald Trump, and then right under that it was musical guest Belly. They didn't even put "and the Weeknd." It just said Belly.
Wow.
And I was like, so wait,
Really?
I'm like the musical guest is like supposed to be celebrating this man's night. That's what it felt like to me. So.
Oh yeah, you couldn't. There's no.
Yeah, I couldn't do it after that. You know? But if it was like 3-4 bands or like other
Yeah,
artists
yeah.
and like, you know, 3-4 other guests, and you know, you'd consider going on and making a moment out of it. You know.
Yeah.
But if it's just like I'm the one musical guest and then he's the
Yeah.
one, it was just weird.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so happy for you. I'm excited to see where this journey takes you. And I'm sure your family can't be more proud. But just know that we're
Thank
all
you.
rooting for you, and we're
Thank
really
you.
happy for you.
Oh, thank
And
you,
anytime you're out here, man, stop by.
I'll be
You know,
here.
we
I'll
gotta
be here.
support each other.
I told you once I heard your name on the thing, I said, nah, we going.
Listen,
Let's go.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come over here and talk to
I
us,
will,
man.
every time.
Thank you.